All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another edition of the Spotter Stand. Just finished up Michigan and Mid Ohio last week. Getting ready to head into Bristol. Bristol short track racing this week. Once again, we've got a nice group in the booth with us tonight. Hot Rod, Momo, Eddie D, Pockets, and Rugrat all joining us here. How's everybody doing?
What's up? Pretty
Hello.
good here.
Hey.
How's it going?
So we had some pretty good racing last week at Michigan. A couple of great races Wednesday and Thursday night, and then we had some fun on the road course at Mid Ohio on Friday night. We added a new name to the winners list here on Friday night. Got a brand new member in the Victory Lane Circle. We're going to get to that a little bit later, but let's get started out. I've got a couple of picks I wanted to share with you guys this week. Um, I received this recently from BSR Scar, um, Bomb Squad Racing BSR AK Friday Night Winter Series 2018 champion. That is it's a wooden base. It's got a little slot in it with a piece of etched glass on the inside of it. It's got the background there, and depending on which way the light's shining in, you can see the shadow from the lettering hitting the back of that thing. It's actually really cool. Very unique trophy, one of a kind, and I really appreciate Scar and his family. They spent some time on this. Made this by hand themselves. So this is something that I'm going to cherish for a long time to come. It's a very unique trophy that it was a lot of personal time and effort put into this, and I really appreciate it. And I love having it sitting right here. It's right there on my desk, right above where I race every night.
That thing is really cool. I've seen some of the progress as they was making that, and yes, they did put a lot of time and effort in that, and that is a very unique, one of a kind award right there. So that's really cool. Thanks to Christy and Tim and everybody at WLS Graphics for taking care of that award. That's a cool thing.
Yeah, and along with this, he also sent me a T-shirt with the Bomb Squad Racing logo right there on the front of it, and I got some BSR stickers, and also got a vinyl. Uh, it's the Bomb Squad Racing logo. That logo you see there to the left, but it's vinyl, and I'm gonna put that on the back windshield of my truck, and it's gonna look awesome. So I really appreciate Scar and Christy for all the work they put into this, and the shirt and that vinyl. I can't wait to get that in my truck window. Um, you know, awesome. Thank you very much, Scar.
Man, that looks great.
I figured while I was there taking pictures, I'd take one more little back out here. You can see the little Iron Man trophy sticking his head up above behind that thing there, and a few of the other ones. But I figured I'd go ahead and back out, and I don't know if I should show this or not. It kind of like, yeah, I don't, but I'm gonna. So here we go. That is the top of my desk right there, and basically that's the trophies I've accumulated over the years working or racing with Bomb Squad Racing. Um, I've got the 3 cup trophies up there, 2 Xfinity trophies, 2 truck trophies. There's a trophy up there. I'm sure you remember Pockets, the Race LM Daytona 400 uh, trophy from there.
Absolutely. Yep.
You can see the down beside a couple of those cup trophies, the championship rings that came with them, the boomerang over there to the left.
That's somebody rubbing it in.
That I received from Aussie Bill. I'm really. That's why I was kind of wondering whether I should even show this or
Nah,
not.
that's
I am not
awesome
trying to
things.
rub it in. I just, I'm proud of this. I'm very, very proud of this, and not to mention that a lot of this stuff is unique, one of a kind of things that like that boomerang over there to the left from Aussie Bill. Um, that's one of a kind. that front and center trophy I just got from Scar, right there in the middle, one of a kind. And I wish I could have got the camera over to the right just a little bit farther because you can see there's a few diecast cars up there. Just over to the right, just off of this picture, is my number 201 WLS graphics diecast car that our own BSR Hot Rod put so much time and effort into making, and that's another one of a kind, something you know that nobody else has anywhere. I really uh, I really appreciate everything that all of the guys here, basically the guys that are still with what I consider the real BSR, all the time and effort that everybody has put in outside of racing to do so much for this league. And really everybody who has put any kind of effort in outside of just showing up to race, they're still here, they're still with us. They haven't ventured off on this. We won't even go into that. But all these guys that have anybody who has put any kind of time of their own personal time and effort into this league, they're all still here racing with, like I said, the real BSR. And I just wanted to show this, and I appreciate all the years racing and everything that I've been able to accomplish racing here and everything that's been done, not just for me, but for everybody who races here, by all these guys who put in their time and their effort, um, doing this kind of stuff. And thank you very much, Larry. I know you spent a lot of time on that car, and like I said, I display it right here on top of my desk, and I enjoy having that along with all these other trophies.
I tell you what, Joe. I guess it was all the time that you had to wait to get that new AK trophy was well worth the wait, wasn't it? That
Absolutely,
thing looks
absolutely.
absolutely great on there.
Well, let's move on then here from this, and let's get on with
Now that we're
the.
done with the Texas show.
I'm glad we got the I'm glad we got the personal behind the scenes look of Texans trophy room there. So
Well,
that's actually pretty cool.
you can
We're
see
trying to
the
stop you from winning. You're running out of room.
you can see the top of my monitor right there. That right
Get
below that is the actual surface of the desk and my wheel and all that. But that's where I sit and I race every night, right there.
a personal up close and personal tour of the
Uh,
champions trophy room there. That's pretty cool.
I want to know what he's going to get rid of for the next 6 trophies he gets.
Well,
Well,
if I
We're
get
gonna
any
have to stop
more,
you from getting any more
if
trophies.
I get any more, what I'll do is I'll move some of those diecast cars over to. I'll find somewhere else for them, and
Oh, I was
yeah.
gonna say he wins a couple more championships, he'll be able to afford to move into a bigger mansion.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Okay, all right. Well, let's get on here with the actual racing on Wednesday night. The Truck Series did run at Michigan. We had a great race at Michigan, as we were talking about last week. How good the racing was going to be. Michigan, a great track, and especially in the trucks, everybody's running really close, really tight, and a lot of the new drivers that have recently started racing with us did a great job. And I think they had some fun, a lot of fun running at Michigan. And this week, Michigan's winner in the Truck Series was BSR Momo in that number 54. Looks like that's just a straight up Bomb Squad racing car, Bomb
Oh,
Squad
that's
racing
why he's
truck
here
right there.
tonight. Okay, all
Yeah.
right, I
yeah,
see what's
he,
going on
Hey,
here. I
BSR
see.
Momo stole that one.
Hey,
yes,
I
he
see
most
what's going
certainly
on.
did, but we won't go there.
That's right.
this was a chase race as well. So, what, third race, I believe, in the chase with 7 races left to go in the chase for the championship in the Truck Series. And Momo pulling off a victory here, moving himself up in the points. Great job there, Momo.
Second one in the chase.
So let's take a look at the actual race results here from Wednesday night's Michigan race.
He might be looking to move into a new mansion himself.
Oh, there's a long way
off
to go.
some off some of that big time truck series championship money. There you go. Got his eye on the prize anyway.
Got a results for us there, Hot Rod?
1 second, sir. I clicked on the wrong series, so I have to go back. I do know Momo had a great race, and good
Yeah,
to see
yeah.
him win, even though I couldn't. I got second. Gear got third. Uh,
Todd
uh,
Kirkwood.
Kirkwood got fourth, and Furco got fifth.
Yeah, like I was saying, some of the guys recently joining us. Gear, third place. Michigan in the trucks. Great job, Gear. And Kirkwood with a fourth place. Both of those guys pulling off top fives. Furco right there in the top five as well. And Momo says he stole it, but he led 42 laps. I mean, you led the most laps in the race. Momo, you pretty much dominated that race. Who'd you steal that from?
Uh, yours and only Larry. We
Yeah,
had a late restart. Uh, Somebody spun the tires behind us. Larry actually was on the point. He didn't quite go as fast as everybody anticipated him to, and I beat him back to the line because the caution came out that fast.
yeah. What happened was is instead of taking a chance on spinning the tires, I kind of let Momo get a jump to make sure I didn't spin the tires. Kind of eased into the start, knowing that I could beat him off of turn two, pretty much. And yeah, it backfired. Caution came out and pinned us at the line. And he was ahead. So I'll take it. I'll take second place. I'm not complaining. I definitely
Eh,
had a
It was
bad
unfortunate.
fast truck.
Oh yes, you did. And I agree with you. I mean, I believe that with that short sprint there at the end, you would have won the race more than likely, unless you messed up.
Oh yeah, you had a great truck there, Hot Rod, on Wednesday night. Absolutely, you led 14 laps, the second most laps led, besides Momo. And like you said, if it hadn't been for that restart, I think you had that one.
Yeah, like I said, I just I purposely went a little ginger on the start just to make sure I didn't spin the tires and give the race away. And yeah, it backfired a bit me, but that's all right. Like I said, I'll take second place.
Yeah,
Uh,
next time you might want to send that to the guy behind you. But you're gonna start a little easy.
but that's okay because you know why, Momo? Because
Hmm.
I after the race, I fixed that gear. That gear won't never spin the tires on the restart no more.
There you go.
So I can hammer down.
Oh, I want to point out something. Our friend Chris Hurd's out there, and he has got this cool little machine that makes things. Because he makes a lot of stuff, parts, and everything for the RC industry. He's got a little RC business, the radio controlled cars and stuff, and he can custom make just about anything because I've seen him make just about anything from nothing. And he messaged out there on the YouTube chat and said that he's going to be making us some trophies and awards and stuff using the technology that he has. So thanks to him for that. He
I,
and I'll get together and talk about that.
I see that 3D. Was it like some kind of, what do they call this? CNC or
It
CDC?
No,
One of
the
those,
3D printer.
a 3D
3D printer,
printer.
yes,
Ah.
he's got a
You don't
3D
need no more
printer.
trophies, Texan. Just calm down.
And I've actually been fortunate enough to get a couple of things from him that are really really cool. So is that's that's a yeah, I never even thought about that either. So thank you for that, Chris. I look forward to talking to you about that.
Well, I see we've got Palmion just joined us here in the booth. I see him chiming in out there on the chat as well. Another gentleman that is going to be joining us soon. I believe he's working with Momo on possibly getting a wheel. I'm going to hook him up with the game, and we're going to have another new driver with us here recently. Welcome there, Palmion.
What's going on, everybody? I'm looking forward to joining you guys.
Now, I see our previous points leader, BSR Mayhem, who was leading this truck series. He did lead some laps. Looks like he had a decent race, but ended up with a sixth place finish here at Michigan, while Momo, who was in second place, took the victory. So let's go over here and take a look at the points and see how they chopped out here after this race at Michigan. Looks like Momo took over the lead by 6 points over Mayhem. Mayhem still in second, down only by 6. Pockets holding on to third place, down by 16. Myself in fourth, down by 20. And Hot Rod right behind me, rounding out the top 5, down by 23.
I'm closing in. I'm closing in, Texan.
Look at Gear, though. Look at Gear right there. Recently just started racing with us. He went into this chase with 0 bonus points. And he's only 12 points off of 5th place right now. So,
That's awesome.
That is. I mean, the rest of us all up there in the top 5, we went into this chase with some bonus points. And Gear goes into the chase, no bonus points, 34 points off the lead, 7 races to go. I mean, conceivably, Gear has some really good races in these next 7 races. He could be a champion here. I mean, it's not out of the question. It could happen. 34 points can be made up in 7 races.
What was the highest bonus points going in, Killer? You have that information.
Mayhem.
Which was
yes, Mayhem had.
He was only at what, 17 or 18.
Yeah, somewhere like that, and he had about a 6-point lead over second place even. So yeah, about 18 or so. Let me go and look here right quick. I can open that up and I can see exactly what it was.
Let's see, he's almost cut it in half.
And I didn't mean to open that up on top of the stream there. So actually, I can open that right on top of the stream. Maybe I can get it to where all of you guys will be able to see it. Bonus points truck. There we go, right there. And it didn't open. It opened in the other monitor.
Well, that's okay. You can just tell us.
Yes, Mayhem had 25 bonus points heading into this truck chase. So 25 points, and looks like Momo. Where's Momo? Momo had 17, and I had 19. So yeah, he had a 6-point lead over second place, an 8-point lead over Momo going into the chase. So 25 bonus points. Gear currently sitting at 30 points back. That means if you take away all the bonus points, everybody went in even. Gear would currently only be about 9 points off the lead.
I've said for a long time this point system that we've designed is outstanding, and I mean that shows that even if you don't get any bonus points coming into the last 10 of the chase, you still legitimately have a shot.
Yep.
Absolutely. I mean, you got to give something to the guys that have showed up and raced all season long.
Yep,
and
we do. Yep.
That's what those bonus points are all about. But we want everybody to be able to have an opportunity. And as you can see, it does. Like you said, it works out perfectly. I mean, he's going to have to work hard, and have some great races, but it's possible.
And for the people who followed along all season long and watched and might have been confused about exactly how the point system works, now you're starting to see how it all comes together and how that the guys that got the bonus points go into the chase with a little bit of an advantage, but it's not a huge advantage, and it's not an advantage that's going to guarantee them a championship. I mean, they still have to race those last 10 races, so it makes those last 10 races extremely exciting.
So where are we headed to this week, tomorrow night?
Bristol. All 3 nights is Bristol.
600 laps, 3 nights, Bristol Motor Speedway.
And this one is, if I'm not mistaken, and Momo can correct me if I'm wrong, this is the Under the Light week, right?
Oh yeah, it should be night.
All night, all week. Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, Thursday night be another one of the Sweetwater challenges.
It is.
That is correct.
5150 challenge.
That is
We'll get there when we talk about Thursday though.
Yes.
You know what? I did not load up the
Ooh.
5150 challenge. But I can remedy that. We can take care of that when we get to Thursday night. Which actually we might as well go ahead and move on and let's do that right now. Thursday night, the Cup Series also ran at Michigan. Another great race in the Cup Series on Thursday night. And this Thursday, it was myself, BSR Texan, took the victory at Michigan in the Cup Series. Um, several victories for me in this second segment. I know we went through the whole entire first segment of this series, and I didn't win a single race. I'm definitely making up for it here in segment two. That's for sure.
Well, you know the old story, right? Better hope you don't peak too early.
Well, you know, if that's what happens, that's what happens. That's okay. I'm just enjoying it while it lasts. You know what I mean? I'm 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 due some bad luck again. You know, last time
You're
I
building a league. I can take a lead. I can tell you that.
a little bit of a bonus, actually not
I believe
much.
you're up to three now.
Yeah, about two or three. So
I don't like it.
you're still right there. You're still right there in second place in the bonus points. You know, you'll see those here in just a minute. But yeah, I think the last time I had a little streak of wins in the Cup Series, I think we had talked about how I was due for some bad luck, and I got it. And I did have some bad luck for a few races, and you know, it's about that time, the ups and the downs, and I've had another little streak here in the Cup Series of a couple of wins in a row, and I think it's about time for my luck to change probably. And Bristol's probably the track that it'll happen at. I wouldn't be surprised at all.
Now we'll let you do good for a couple more weeks. Let's get to the chase. Then you start having some bad luck.
All I know is that when you got to peak, you got to peak.
That's right.
Well, we were just talking about the 5150 challenge, and that's another really unique prize that Mayhem is giving out for that 5150 thing. I can't deny I would love to have that replica that he's giving out. I mean, so I'm gonna do everything I can to bring home another victory there for the 5150 challenge because as y'all all know, what race was it? It was one of some of these races we are going back to twice. He's what Axel is doing or Mayhem is doing. He is taking an average of finishing positions. So it's not actual points, but finishing position, your average. And three of the races in the challenge we go to twice. And he's going to drop your worst finish at those three tracks. And two of the tracks we only visit once. And the first one that we went to that we only visit once, I had a 19th place finish, which is terrible. So when you figure that into your average, I would almost have to win all the rest of those to get my average up there with some of you guys that have just had good, decent races at all of these tracks. So my chances are pretty low, I think, at that 5150, but I'm going to give it everything I got.
I think except for this week, my best finish was like 15th Texan. So
I think Momo's had some good finishes. I know Mayhem has had some good
Mayhem
finishes
and
as well.
I have.
So let's take a look at the race results from Thursday night's Cup Series race at Michigan.
yes, we had four people actually lead in this race. Texan, with his win, led the most laps. Mayhem led 19, finished second. Chris Chaos is third. Steve Looney was fourth. Momo rounds out the top five. Momo also led 10 laps. Pockets led 15, and Hot Rod led 8.
Yeah, and another new driver there, Chris Chaos, finishing up in the third place position. Another great run.
That was Chaos, right? NEC Pockets.
Yes.
Right?
That's it.
Yes.
We got to get them to go in there and put their name in their last name slot.
Well, if it was the '86 car, it was Kirkwood.
Kirkwood.
Okay, so it was Kirkwood, not Chaos.
What the heck did he put a C in there for?
Yeah, you got a C in one and K in the other.
He has nickname pockets.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I was fixing to say.
Well, Screwball's got to figure it out.
Go ahead. You can say his nickname.
Cockwood.
Third Cockwood. Yes, that's him.
So let me see.
Gear's saying no, it was not Kirkwood.
No, he said it was Kirk Wolf.
Oh, it was. Okay, I'm sorry, I read that wrong.
Chris Chaos didn't make that race,
Yeah,
you
okay.
say it.
But Chris Kirkwolf did.
Yeah, we'll have to get him to put his name in the last name slot. You got to show him that there pockets.
Todd Kirkwolf. Yes.
He's a racer that's not smart enough to know how to race.
But he got third place. So.
They beat your ass.
That's only because I blew up. But that's
Oh, that
okay.
what happened to you? Yeah, Cam, yep.
Well, let's take a look at the standings. I believe we have got 3 races left to go in the Cup Series before we get to the chase.
Hold on. The 50-50 challenge. This week is a 50-50 challenge, and next week is also a 50-50 challenge. So the next 2 weeks, so that'll be 3 in a row, baby.
Not next week. Next week we're off. That's the 22nd.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
Following race.
Yeah.
Yes. Since then, let's talk about this. What y'all think about moving the Darlington race to 22nd? Then I can make it.
For what?
Because I'm not going to make the 29th.
I'm thinking I ain't moving no race for no foosball.
Foosball. Oh, football.
Yeah, it's getting that time.
You can watch that game and race.
Go down to the pawn stop. Go down to the pawn shop and get you a VCR for $5, and they probably throw in some tapes.
Okay.
I can't believe you ain't got a VCR laying around there somewhere.
What you gonna hook it up to? I don't think these TVs that take VCRs nowadays.
Yeah, they got a connection back there you can use.
I ain't spending all that money on something I'm gonna not even.
I can't believe you ain't. You probably got to go look in your brother's attic. I bet he got a VCR up there.
I bet his wife cleaned all that shit out.
Yeah, they threw it out, didn't they? They threw it away. They didn't.
Nah, like I said, it just ain't the same.
Your boy Chad tried to hook you up with the solution there.
I know. We gonna talk about that, but that's not gonna fix my solution.
Make it easy on yourself.
I thought you'd be happy I ain't gonna be at Darlington.
That's why I am happy. That's why I'm saying we ain't moving the race.
Well, at least it's not a chase race.
Oh, and I seen your boy from Clemson. Get spanked in the battle bots the other night. You probably didn't see that, did you? I meant to tell you that, and I didn't.
All right, let's go ahead and check out the points here in the Cup Series with just a few races left to go. I still hold the lead. Looks like 54 points. 54 over BSR Pockets. 65 points to third place, BSR Mayhem. 83 points to Momo in fourth place. And 122 points to Hot Rod. Hot Rod, have you missed a race in this Cup Series?
He did miss a race.
No. Well, but I got last place points.
Yeah, starting park. That's right.
Actually, twice.
Yes, twice.
I think I missed Sonoma.
So was that in this one, Momo? Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
Either way, I just suck.
Yeah, me too. I just having horrible luck in the Cup.
Dang, Texas, you and I are the only 2 Iron Men left.
As long as it stays in the Cup, I don't care.
Looks that way. I don't know. I think Larry should get credit for the start and park. I did get credit for the one race that I missed because I went down in the booth and helped Rugrat out. So I was actually there. I just wasn't on the track. So I think if I'm going to get credit for that, it's only fair that Larry should get credit for his start and park.
Was he there?
That was the one he did not make.
Yeah, Rugrat came in and starting parts for him.
Oh,
So
well, that don't count. Now, we'll talk about it.
You can have your Iron Man. I really don't care about it. It don't mean nothing no more.
I hear you.
well, it takes an Iron Man to
That's a
sit
great
in
attitude.
and sit in a 135-degree truck all day and work. I tell you that.
Absolutely.
So here's a look at your bonus points currently as they stand in the Cup Series. I moved up to 7 races in the Cup Series. I moved up to 25 bonus points total. So that puts me right now at where Mayhem was in the Truck Series. Of course, the Truck Series, only had 13 races total before we headed into the chase, and we've already, this series is going to have 26 races total before we move into the chase. So that shows you what a job Mayhem did, earning 25 bonus points over the course of just 13 races. I mean, that's absolutely amazing to be able to earn that many points in that short period of a time. It's taken me it's taken me 20 some odd races to earn 25 bonus points over here in the Cup Series. Momo still sitting right there in second place, 22 bonus points. So yeah, you're only 3 points back as it stands right now, Momo, as we head into the chase. We still have segment 2 bonus points to hand out, which you'll get a point there.
Yeah, you'll definitely get 1 point on me right there. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like I'll probably wrap up that 2 more than likely, unless I miss a race somehow, which is possible. Uh, and then we've got full season points to hand out as well. So, you know, we still got 3 races left to go. Bristol coming up tomorrow or Thursday night. So,
Speaking of full point or full season points, I'm gonna have to get with you, Momo. I'm gonna have to need your help with that.
Yeah, we'll get together for the chase.
Yeah, all I need is the exports. Like I could do the whole schedule, and then you can just go in and throw all the exports in.
All right.
Well, like we could do them one at a time. That way you don't get confused and nothing gets. You know what I mean? Like I could
Yeah,
schedule
I
it,
got
you
you.
can upload it. I could schedule it, you can upload it, and we can go through and do it that way. We have to do it for that and for the Xfinity.
Yeah, I have some of them, so I mean I don't have them all, but we'll figure it out.
We'll do something.
Oh, and Larry, I wanted to reiterate, Scar and I created the Iron Man Award just because the person who bought the trophies in hopes of getting preferential treatment, that's all he did. Scar and I created that award.
Oh, Templar.
Better,
I,
better watch
I,
out,
There,
Texan.
there will be awards for the Iron Man this year. There will be awards for everything we've always done. None of that has changed.
absolutely.
that's that's fine. It just doesn't mean the same. I got it, so it doesn't mean the same anymore. It's not something
Yeah,
that I gotta have. I'm just saying.
it's tough to get, ain't it?
Well, yeah, it's
Maybe too
even
tough.
harder. It's even harder when you're freaking racing till 11:30 at night and then have to be up at 2 in the morning. It just
Oh, absolutely.
don't work.
Well, let's take a look at Friday night. Friday night Xfinity Series. Did not race at Michigan. Friday night, the Xfinity Series was on the road course at Mid Ohio. Tough track, tough road course, and we had a great race on Friday night. I think we had maybe what 2 cautions in
And
that
3.
3. I know we had
No,
a
I
lot
run
of.
4.
4.
I thought we had less than that. I know we did run quite a few green flag laps in that race.
Yes, 4 cautions, 8 laps. There were 4 lead changes between 3 drivers.
It was fun.
It was fun, and this is where we added our new name to the Victory Lane Club because it was BSR Scar and that number 83 WLS graphics ride that brought home the victory at Mid Ohio, and that was a battle at the end. That was a hell of a battle between Scar, Momo, and myself. We were all three up there running the last few laps of the race, and Momo was putting the pressure on Scar, and I had lost my second gear, but was barely able to still kind of hang in there a little bit and put a little bit of pressure on Momo. But Scar able to run away with that victory and pull off the win at Mid Ohio. Great job, Scar.
Yes, good
Big
job,
win, man.
Scar.
So let's take a look at the results here from Friday night's Xfinity race.
Yes, great win, Scar. Texan second, Momo third, Pockets fourth, and Bandit rounds out top five.
Bandit with the top five. Good job,
Yep.
Bandit.
I wasn't doing too bad until my transmission totally gave out.
Our friend Francis Dittman, good to see him make his way up into the top 5 there. That was fun, wasn't it, Momo?
Oh, me and Pockets had a blast in the middle of that race too.
That 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 one lap we ran right there was worth the price of admission. That was some fun stuff. That's a good race. I like I said, I like those road courses. I'm not very good at them, but I still like them. They're fun. That was a fun race. We got some more exciting road course racing coming up soon. I can't wait.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, in the Truck Series, we have got Mosport coming up, I believe, and also Road America is going to be coming up in the Xfinity Series. So yeah, we've got a few more coming.
Yes, we raced Bristol this week in Xfinity, and then Road America the following week.
Those are
Those
are
sports that following that week also, isn't it? The week after.
Hold on. I gotta go back to the trucks.
I believe the trucks actually take off for a few weeks here after
No,
Bristol.
next week.
No, they don't.
They don't?
Next week we're doing Motorsport and Road
Bristol,
America. There's no
Bristol,
Thursday
and then
race.
Canadian Tire. Yes, sir. Canadian Tire and Road America are the same week.
Then you'll be off on Wednesday.
Yes, then we go back to the dirt for 1 week, and then we go back to the trucks. Then we're off for like a whole month, and we'll be in the dirt, something like that.
So finally, we're getting to the point. I can't. I was
There won't be many. It won't be a long stretch, but there'll be a little stretch of time.
There's almost a whole month of Wednesday nights that we go and run dirt.
Well, this will be race 4, so we'll have 6 left.
It'll be 5 when we get the Canadian Tire.
Yeah, so we'll be halfway.
Right.
And it's just August. Okay, yeah.
Then we get the big break because the last 3 races are back to back with the Cup and Xfinity.
Because you got September and October in there then, yeah.
Yeah. As I said, it's almost a whole month straight of the dirt.
So just 2 races left to go in this Xfinity Series before we head into the chase on Friday night. Let's take a look at the points here in the Friday night Xfinity Series. It looks like I hold the lead in this one as well, with Momo sitting in second, only down by 13. Pockets in third, down by 37. Hot Rod in fourth, down by 51. And Furco rounding out the top 5, down by 93. So we'll be at Bristol this coming up Friday in the Xfinity Series. And then we will...
That's 193.
Oh, yeah, 193. Did I say 93?
Yes.
193. Are you still in the top 5? That's still bonus point position.
That's correct.
So yeah, 2 races left to go. We will finish up this Xfinity Series regular season, and we will be heading into the chase in this series as well. And the Cup will be right there with it, ready to head into its chase. Pretty close. It's not the same week, the week after. Let's take a look here at the bonus points. In the Xfinity Series, you see BSR Scar added to the winner race box over there with his first victory in this series. Brings him into the Victory Lane Club. And it looks like points are pretty close, I believe, in this one as well. Pockets and myself still tied for the lead with bonus points at 21 apiece. Momo sitting right there behind both of us with 20 bonus points. And Mayhem only down at 7. He doesn't make many of the races on Friday night, so he hadn't accumulated a ton of bonus points right here. But top 3 very close in points. Only 1 point separating first and third. Pockets getting ready to go into the chase here. If not in the lead, very close to the lead. We got segment 2 bonus points left to hand out, full season bonus points left to hand out, and 2 race victories left to hand out as well. So, Pockets, how do you feel here? I know I've asked you this every week here for the last few weeks. We're coming up on this chase. How do you feel about your chances here on Friday night?
Oh, I'd feel really good if it wasn't for, I don't know, Martinsville. I would be okay. Phoenix. I'm going to have to go practice. I'm going to have to find some time and go out to Phoenix and practice. Homestead, of course, now we were talking about this the other night. There is no Talladega in it's trucks in the fall at Talladega, right?
I
Correct.
believe
Correct.
so.
Yeah. So
We have
and,
no
and
super speedway in the chase, on
we
Friday
have
night.
no super speedway in the
Yeah.
chase, so that's a mark against me. A lot of stiff competition out there. We're just gonna do the best we can. I mean, we walk out of there with the top 5. We're gonna call it a successful season, and we hope that we can do that. But like I said, a lot of things can happen, and especially on Friday night in that series. It's CTS physics, so that kind of leans in our favor a little bit over Cup. So we're gonna try to be there and capitalize on any missteps anybody has, and we'll just see what we can come up with. It's as close as I've been in a long time to having a legitimate shot. So that's also leaning in our favor. So we'll show up and see what we can do and do our best. That's all we can do, and hope for the best. So yeah, it's nice to at least be in a contender. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. I know what you mean. You do have 2 victories in this series. Both of them coming at Daytona. Both Daytona races so far in this series. You've won both of those. Accumulated 6 bonus points just from those 2 race wins. So even myself sitting over there with 5 victories, you've accumulated more bonus points in 2 victories than I was able to with 5 different races. So you're doing what you got to do and getting in these extra boxes here, picking up these bonus points, and hats off and good luck to you here in the chase once we get there.
I appreciate that. Just winning those 2 crown jewel events with the extra bonus points and stuff like that. That's something to consider for being having a successful, good season. It's fun, and we were fortunate enough to pull those 2 victories off, and those were tough races to win, and so to be able to be fortunate enough to win those was the highlight of the year. So we feel like we've had a good, successful season, and so yeah, I look forward to the chase and getting down to business, see what we can do.
Well, let's move over to Saturday night. Saturday night, the team series back on second week. We've returned and run for points. Teams have been all settled back out. Just about every team, I think, had at least 2 drivers show up this last Saturday night. We are well into season 38 of the Saturday night team series. 3 races. I believe there's just 3 races left to go. Is that right? Yeah.
Believe so.
Yeah.
Yes.
3 is right.
Yes.
Yes, 2 cups and a truck.
We did run in the trucks at Daytona this past Saturday night, and it was BSR Scar pulling off back-to-back victories, one on Friday night, one on Saturday night. Pulls off the victory for the Beer Bacon team and that number 83 Beer Bacon truck. And that, I believe, moved Beer Bacon back into the lead with the victory last week by the original team. Original had briefly taken over the lead. But I believe this victory by BSR Scar for the Beer Bacon team has put them back in the lead. So Scar with a great week of racing. Friday night victory in the road course, and then coming out at the big track Talladega and getting another victory for his team here. Great job, Scar. Great job, Beer Bacon. And we've got these points have been updated. Hot Rod spent some time and he went over and updated these points from last week. So everything we're going to show you here all going to be correct for this series. Let's take a look at the results here from Saturday
He
night.
had a good finish there. I was trying to my damnedest to push Gear by him so he wouldn't get the points.
And how about Gear with that second place?
Good,
Was
yeah,
he
that was
good? Second place?
job. Yes.
Yep, and I stole the most laps led, so I robbed that point.
The only problem with that is his head will be so big. I don't know how they're going to get it in a race car next week, but guess they'll have to figure out something.
And
Yeah.
Rugrat led one less lap than Texan and one more than Pockets.
Oh, look at
Woohoo.
that.
Yes, he
Look
did.
at there.
Oh.
Yeah, so it looks like Scar did lead 16 laps for the Beer Bacon team, took the victory, brought home 47 points. The hot team, 48. Who was driving that 48? It was Gear, right? Gear Jammer in that 48.
Yes, big head.
That pulled off a what is that? Second place finish for his team.
Yeah.
Yeah, second place finish.
Second place for Team Hot.
That's right, and they brought home 42 points. The original team, Momo, brought home a third place finish. Also led a lap, so was able to tie Hot with 42 points. And it looks like Eli, 114, brought home fourth place for that Ghost team. Great finish there for Eli. And the Ghost team. Eli also led 2 laps, brought home 41 points for that Ghost team. Hot Rod finished in 7th place for the Teriyaki team, and Hot Rod did lead the most laps. And so he brought home an extra bonus point for that Teriyaki team. Not only the point for leading the lap, but he brought home another bonus point for leading the most laps. So they brought home 39 points for Teriyaki. And the Carolina Reaper team, looks like it was 13th place, 14 car. Who is in the 14 car?
That is Chris Chaos.
Chris Chaos. Chris Chaos bringing home the points for the Reaper team this week, and 31 points for Reaper. So with that 47 points that Beer Bacon earned, that did move them back into the lead. Beer Bacon currently has a 4-point lead over Original, 9-point lead over Ghost, 14-point lead over Hot. Carolina Reaper, 5th place down by 28, and Teriyaki rounding out the field down by 40. Points have tightened up a little bit here. I believe that Teriyaki team was back quite a bit further than that just a few weeks ago. So, even the last place team has moved up a bit in the points, and the top 3 separated only by 9, Hot only down by 14. 3 races left to go. I'd hate to say anybody's really out of it. I don't think Teriyaki, 40 points would be hard to make out.
No, we're out. Yeah, positively, that's out.
And that Reaper team is right there on the edge. I mean, some of these other teams would have to really have some bad finishes to be able to make up 28 points in 3 races. But they still can be a factor in these races for these other teams.
I sure can keep from freaking blowing up the end of the race and win one. I sure can do that.
Absolutely. You can
Quit
take
putting all that damn tape on her, DJ.
these teams could take,
I didn't put a ton of tape on to the end of the race, Momo. I put 80 on after me and Texan got together, and my motor gave up on me.
80 tape in the truck with damn.
SS blew up. I didn't blow up. I finished the race.
Oh.
I do think it's worth noting that the longest running super speedway series in NASCAR racing 2003 continues right here where it always has, the one and only Bomb Squad Racing,
That's right.
season 38, on our way to season 39.
Yeah, at the end of this series, it will be 380 races down. Not far. Yeah, I remember during last year's racing, we were coming up on the 300 mark, and we had made that 300 mark, and now here we are, just a couple of more seasons of this series away from making the 400 mark. 400 races in this series, and that doesn't include all the off weeks and the meet and greet races and the fun runs that have gone on Saturday night in between those. So, yeah, the longest running super speedway series right here. Been going on every Saturday night for I can't even count how many years.
A bunch. Since 2004, at least. Because we used to, before we ever started scheduling, the scheduled series started after the disbanding of when Papyrus disbanded and went to iRacing, which was, I think, 2006, 2007. The Saturday Night Team Series started in 2008. That'll tell you how long that series has been going on. The series that I was told would never work. It looks like it's working to me. It looks like it's working to y'all. I mean,
Yeah, 11 years later.
hey, yeah, I mean, you can't argue with success. So there you go. It shows what that person knew.
Well, that's about all we got for you guys this week. Been another great week of racing. Uh, Had a lot of fun at Michigan, a lot of fun in the road course, and Bristol. We got a tough week coming up here ahead of us. It's a short track. It's going to be tight, and these cup these truck physics, just like all the other tracks, cars are going to be running close and tight. So, kind of looking forward to this.
Tempers will be high at Bristol.
We always had good racing at Bristol.
Yes.
Absolutely. Bristol
Always have
will be
somebody walk
fun.
away mad too.
If
It'll be
if
fun.
somebody don't walk away mad, you didn't race.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be some cautions. There's going to be some tore up race cars. There's going to be some bent sheet metal and hurt feelings, but it's Bristol. That's what it's supposed to be. Isn't that what they used to say about Bristol racing the way it ought to be? And we race the old original Bristol, not this bull corn they got on TV now. We do it the way it's meant to be done. The real original Bristol. So
Yeah.
there's that.
At Bristol, if your car came out in one piece, you weren't racing.
That's right.
Looks
Hard
like
to you were that damn far ahead of everybody.
I don't know if they're having some storms or some issues over there at Hot Rod's house, but it looks like Hot Rod and Rugrat both just dropped out at exactly the same time. Must be having something going on with their connection there. But Bristol, one of the tracks that you can actually, you can get a damaged car and you can still run well at Bristol. So, it's possible some feelings can get hurt. And, that'd be all the motivation somebody needs to come back and race hard and get a victory with a damaged, beat up car.
Just remember, our apology goes a long ways.
Yes, it does.
I appreciate you guys joining this week, helping out with the spotter stand, and we really appreciate all you guys who are out there in the chat and YouTube, joining in, watching us live every week. It makes it worth our while. We're knowing that people are out there tuning in, watching, keeping up with what's going on here at Bomb Squad Racing, and we're gonna keep this going. Every week. We'll see you guys next week, and we'll have an update for you. All the great racing that went on in Bristol, let you know what's coming up the following week. So once again, we appreciate you guys tuning in, and thanks to all you guys that joined here tonight. We'll see you guys on the track tomorrow night at Bristol.
Holla. See ya.
Good racing, everybody.